What's going on YouTube? This is Fish Freak Phil. I'm bringing you a video on the Hydros Control XS, which I like to call the Mighty Mouse of controllers. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, thumbs up, comments. Let's go ahead and get into this video and I can tell you why I absolutely love this little power-packed controller. Let's go. What's going on YouTube? This is Fish Freak Phil. Today I'm talking to you about the Coral Vue Hydros Control XS, how I use it. I have three of the controllers. I have two Control 4s and I have the XS. For me, I call it Mighty Mouse because it's the smallest of the controllers that I have, and it's running the most devices on it. I'm actually having to control my 70-gallon frag tank system, my RODI system, as well as my Fluval Evo 13.5, and that's actually in another room. The reason why I can do so much with this is because with the XS you can connect up to 8 Wi-Fi devices on there. Now, a Wi-Fi device what they consider a Wi-Fi device is a Wi-Fi strip. Each Wi-Fi strip is one Wi-Fi device, and on each Wi-Fi strip you can control up to 4 devices. So you can control actually up to 32 devices. So far, I have 3 power strips on there, 1 Wi-Fi plug, and a Wi-Fi feeder. So right now I have 5 devices on there, but that's more than what I need right now. Actually, I plan on adding 1 more Wi-Fi strip because I'm running 2 other Wi-Fi strips and 1 generic Wi-Fi thing I got off Wi-Fi strip I got off of Amazon. But I kind of want to get a 3rd so I can put everything under kind of one umbrella. But yeah, that's pretty much why I call it Mighty Mouse, because this thing is like a beast. I have several different water modes and different modes of operation that I have set up in their Hydros app that I use on this, and I absolutely love it. This thing is really, you can really do a lot with it, and it's like half the price of the Control 4. That's why I decided to go with it for this one. Eventually, I will get a Control 4 because I like to be able to monitor my pH at some point in time. But right now, it's running great. I absolutely love it. Let me get you guys off the tripod and I can show you kind of physically how I have things kind of set up, so you can get more of a sense of how I'm running the Control XS. So this is my Control XS, and I'm using all 4 sense ports that are on here. My bad if I forgot to mention that it has 4 sense ports. And 2 of them are water level sensors, and the other 2, one of them is a rope leak detector and the other one is a temperature sensor. Now I have the 2 Wi-Fi power strips. One is there, the other one's in the rat's nest, and that's the off-brand one I will be replacing. Get a little closer. It's off-brand one I will be replacing. Yes, I know it's a rat's nest. That's one of the Wi-Fi strips. That's another Wi-Fi strip. And this is the Wi-Fi plug I have set up here. So this one, it connects to my RODI unit, and I have different water modes. I have different modes, and one of them is to literally, I call it RODI mode. And I'll show you that. I'm going to actually get you into the app a little bit later, and I can show you exactly how I have things set up. I have a water sensor in my RODI unit, kind of running redundancy with it's called the Lifesaver, I forgot it's called the Aqua XP, and I have a level sense in my sump for a basically high water level sensor in my sump. And let me get you over to my Evo and show you what I have running over there. So this is my Evo 13.5, and I have this tank about 20-25 feet away from the actual controller. And because I have a Wi-Fi strip on there, you don't have to be you don't have to run any wires. Obviously, it's wireless, which makes this thing so much stronger, or so, you know, useful in terms of what you could do with it. I have just the light on here, a heater, and my return pump on here. And because it's wireless, I can, you know, drop this. If I wanted to drop this on the other side of the house, I could. Or not drop it, but, you know, have it set up on the other side of the house, I could. Because with the Wi-Fi strip, it allows you to connect wirelessly, and you don't have to, your location is not an issue so long as you have Wi-Fi signal, which I think is awesome. Like I said, the XS uses like eight of them, Wi-Fi devices, and so far I have just 5, so I have 3 more devices. So I just need actually 1 more, and I'll be good. And this is a temporary tank for now, so this might be going away, and I might end up just using that anyway. But for now, I like the fact that I'm using it the way I am. It kind of showcases the you know, the usefulness of such a small controller. Let's get into the app, and I can show you exactly the devices I'm using, the different modes I have set up, and kind of really show you what I got going on with this little controller. So this is the Hydros app, and I have it opened up in a web browser. I don't typically look at it this way, usually off of my phone, but I think by looking at it while it's in the computer, on a computer screen, it's a little bit, we can kind of see things a little bit better laid out. I'm just gonna minimize that because we're not looking at anything like that. But these are some of the devices I have kind of set up. I'm gonna see if I can, so I have the protein skimmer as well, sorry. So right now, some of these things are oranged out because I have it on water change mode, because I did that while we were shooting. Let me go ahead and click that to normal, and you can see how everything changed from orange to their regular statuses. I have this set to off because it's not in use right now. These are based on my RODI mode. When I click on that, everything stays on, except for, well, everything stays on, and these two, the RODI unit and my marriage saver, turns on. So they're plugged into the RODI outlet here. So when I turn it to RODI, these turn on, and they'll go to looking like this, and I have it set for a certain amount of time. But looking at some of the devices I have on here, I have a protein skimmer, I have my auto top off, I have my center light. This is the light for the Evo. Now this is the other power strip I have in the other room. I have the Evo on there, the Evo light, the Evo heater, the Evo return. This is the Wi-Fi feeder. It's off right now. When it turns on, it'll, well, actually I've set it off. I have it set to off, but it looks somewhat similar to this. And these are the marriage saver, my RODI unit, my refugium light. This is my return pump. I have 2 heaters in it. I have the heater in the sump, and I have one in a tank. Now I'm going to be adding another Wi-Fi strip because I want to add that off-brand other Wi-Fi device I'm using. So I'm going to be replacing that because I have a couple of devices that I want to add to there. Take them off that off-brand and put them kind of everything in one place. But yeah, it's really a really powerful controller and things of what you can do with it. So these are some of the inputs I have. The sense ports. So this is the high level RODI system level. This actually goes into, this is in my RODI water bin along with the marriage saver. So it's kind of redundant. They kind of run in tandem. I have this actually set lower than my marriage saver. This kind of actually saves that so it'll last longer. So when this gets too wet, because you see it in dry, it'll actually shut off both of these devices. And should this fail, then my marriage saver will kick on and actually turn off the solenoid that is set up for the RODI so I don't get any spills. This is my sump level high level sensor that I have in my sump. Obviously I have my temperature sensor, and these is what I'm using these for. I have my feed mode, which is when I hit that, it turns off certain things for 15 minutes. My normal, I have a water change when it shuts off most of these devices. Then I have my RODI unit for making water. It doesn't shut anything off, it just turns these on for a certain amount of time. I think it's 7 hours. And then I have my coral feeding, and this will shut off certain pumps and returns and stuff like that so I can feed the corals. So this is how I use the Coral XS and why I call it Mighty Mouse. It's really easy to control. You can control a whole lot with it. Absolutely love it. Eventually I'm going to tie in a Control 4 to this, because I want to add, there's more sense ports that I'm going to need to use for eventually for things I want to do. But I think for now, it might be a while before I need to do that. Or I might actually just go with something a little bit smaller with like the Control. I mean, they have an X3 that has a pH probe. And that's kind of why I was thinking about getting the Control 4, to adding a pH probe in there, because at some point in time, I kind of want to be able to monitor pH in that tank. But yeah, man, I'm absolutely loving this little controller. I hope you guys liked the video. If you're new to the channel, go ahead to the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and hit the thumbs up. If you have any comments in regards to what I'm doing or how I'm running my tanks on the Coral XS, let me know down in the comments. Also, let me know what controllers you're using. If you're using one, if you're using these Wi-Fi strips, I like the poor man's controller, because I used those for the longest time as well before I got any of the Hydroses. So they work great. Yeah, do your research, try things out, and see what happens. Later, y'all.